What's going on, guys? My name is Mario. If you're new here, consider subscribing. And in today's video, I'm gonna give you guys 5 tips, 5 key things to creating better music videos. So let's go.
Kickback OG, handing me the zigzag. Wake a 15-minute break, is over, time to get that cheese. 9 to 5, we lightning McQueens with the words I speak. Got to show you what I see. Destruction functions, couple horny bitches.
So the first tip and advice I can give you guys is shoot in 4K if your camera allows it. And for the most part nowadays, every camera has 4K. It's like the standard nowadays. You can buy a cheap camera and it'll have 4K. So shoot in 4K, and why I say that is because if you're editing in a 1080p timeline, you will have 50% scaling when you're trying to bring that 4K down to 1080. So you're gonna have a lot of flexibility in post. You can add keyframes, you can zoom in and out. So you basically have 2 shots in one. So that'll give you a lot of flexibility in post. The second tip and advice that I can give you guys is invest in lighting. So for me, I have Aputure lights. We all know what they are. Everyone talks about them. They're great lights. You can buy V-mount batteries. These are V-mount batteries, and this one runs me $200. I will leave a link in the description below so you guys can search this battery up. This one's pretty good, and it works with all Aputure lights. So then with that, you can go out anywhere that you want. You don't have to bring a generator. You don't need outlets. You can just basically plug in that V-mount battery, and now you have portable lighting to make crazy videos and make a boring location seem dope. If you don't have a location and you have to shoot at nighttime, the lighting is going to be a big key because you're able to create something out of like no location. As you guys can see in this video below, we shot this at a park a block up from my house, and we had nothing. There was just a fence. There was stairs, there was nothing, there was just rails on the side, but that lighting made everything different. It made the video so much better. By having those V-mount batteries, it allowed me to bring these lights and just be out on the open and not worrying about where's the outlet, where do we have a generator. So invest in lighting. So now the third advice that I can give you guys is shot selections. Get creative with what you have, and if you have nothing, then that's where shot selections come into play, because if you don't like the atmosphere, if you don't like the background, if you don't like what's going on, then use a tight lens. Change it up and make sure you hide what you don't want to show. Any location, you can create something out of it. So for example, in this music video you guys are watching, I had the artist sitting on top of the ramp, and then I had his friends behind him, and the Aputure 120D Mark II behind him as well. So I had his friends smoke, and then obviously with the red light that was hitting the artist from behind, the smoke was giving it like a flame type of look. So as you guys can see, it looks pretty damn dope. I actually liked it. I did not expect it to look like that, and the only reason it got like that was because shot selections and getting creative with it, not making an excuse saying what can we create. So here's another shot selection that I did. As you guys can see, I had the artist sit down on the curb. From there, what I did is I grabbed the second Aputure 120D Mark II light. I had that pointing upward towards the ceiling, and then from there I had the other Aputure 120D light hitting him. And that comes with shot selections, trying to work around the lighting and just trying to figure out what's the best way to give it a dynamic look. Don't make it look so plain as the location we have. We were just underneath a tunnel, so it was my job to walk around and see what kind of shot selection I can do that will work well with the lighting. The fourth tip and advice that I can give you guys is make sure you guys try to have the same tone throughout the whole video, meaning color grading, meaning transitions. Don't change up transitions by having all these different type of things that make no sense. Try to keep it within the same. So if you're doing flash transitions, try to run that through the whole music video. If you're doing warp, try to run that through the whole music video. Try to keep it very minimal and try to keep it the same if possible. Like, you know, maybe have 2 to 3 transitions throughout the whole video, but don't have 5, 6, 7, because it just throws you off and it just does not look good. And the last and final advice that I can give you guys is shoot in the best frame rate as possible. So I hear a lot of people say, oh, shoot everything in 60 frames per second. Well, I can say that because I have a cinema camera and it shoots 10-bit at 60 frames per second. It shoots 10-bit at 24 frames per second. A lot of you guys don't have that. I didn't have that as well. I had a GH5 that shot at 24 frames per second at 10-bit. But when I do 4K 60, it did not have 10-bit. So unless you have the same settings for both functions, then shoot to the best frame rates that your camera has. So if you have 4K 24, then shoot 4K 24. Don't shoot 1080p 60 in case you want to slow it down. You lose quality, and at the end of the day, I know nowadays 1080 looks good, but still you want to get the best quality as possible. Don't shoot everything at 1080 thinking you're going to slow down everything. No, make sure you know what you're going to do. Choose your frame rate wisely and know what you're going to slow down. If you must shoot in 1080, then you'll do it. Otherwise, try to keep the quality as best as possible to give you your videos a better look and yourself. You know, at the end of the day, it's your work, so you want to represent the best that you can. So that's pretty much it, guys. That was 5 tips or advice that I gave you guys. Hopefully that helped you guys. If it did, leave it a like, drop a comment if you guys have any further questions, and subscribe if you guys are new here again. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace out. Oh, and if you guys made it this far, actually I have the music video that you guys were just watching, like the BTS to it. I'm about to play 20 seconds of that, so enjoy.
But fuck that, cause you know that I just do me. You see two, hey, well I see 3 perspectives, my mentions respected, the dip that part of my soul to putting out with this shit. Motherfuckers don't know how hard is my grip. Only going for some dollars cause nothing makes sense. Now we bury so low, wanna catch all the trends, chose the wrong road. Didn't know where that ends.